Richician.
Hey YouTube, Dark Richician 84 here, and it's back! It's the Dark Richician's Deck Grand Championship Series 8! Oh yes, I've been waiting a long time for this. I've been itching to get this started. Yes, 64 of my decks are once again going to do battle and try and claim the championship title. And fingers crossed it'll be Blue Eyes White Dragon this time. Or if not Blue Eyes, then Magician Girls or Crystal Beasts. I mean, yes, they've won Royal Rumbles, but winning an actual tournament with them, regardless of how big or small, would be nice. Um, so, yeah, how this is going to work is basically the exact same way as last year. 8 heats, 8 decks in each heat, 2 of them are seeded, starting round 1 with 4 1v1 games in every heat. Then after that, it's 3 rounds of Swiss, where all the 4 decks face each other. They get 3 points for a 2-0 win and 2 points for a 2-1 win. If for some reason there's a tie between like 3 decks, or like whoever's in second and third place after all 3 rounds, then I'm gonna have to use the wheel to decide a winner. It's not a great way to decide one, but it's the quickest and easiest way to do it. And then, of course, the Heat finalists will do battle for a place in the series quarterfinals, as usual. And this time, I'm using a bracket system, which, like I said, uh, in the Dark Magician Deck Grand Championship intro, would actually be a lot better than pairing the finalists randomly. Um, and the way I've set it up is so that the Heat 1 winner will face the Heat 5 winner, the Heat 2 winner will face the Heat 6 winner, the Heat 3 winner will face the Heat 7 winner, and the Heat 4 winner will face the Heat 8 winner. Then and then it'll just be a simple straight path all the way to the final. Simple as that, really. Now, before we kick things off, let's meet and greet the 16 seeds, starting with seed number 1, the reigning champion, Cyburst, my favourite Reigns deck, which made a mockery of the seeding system last time. Took out the 6th seed Elemental Heroes in the Heat, beat the 4th seed Blackluster Soldier, then the 3rd seed Destiny Heroes, and then the 2nd seed Blue Eyes White Dragon, which of course was a big upset because me and Express Gaming were hoping Blue Eyes would win, but that didn't happen. But yeah, Cyburst is here to defend the title. Everyone wants a piece of Cyburst, but don't let the lack of monster effect negation fool you. See how it does this year. Seed number 2, for the 2nd time in a row, the 2-time in a row runner-up, Blue Eyes White Dragon. The best deck in the competition to never win the series. Like, always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. Like, it's a great deck. Like, it can win the series, but it's just been so unlucky. Like Series 1, it was just bad prep, really. Even though it made the semi-finals, it wasn't updated to fit the support from the movie pack and Shining Darkness. Um, Meanwhile, in Series 6, Rainbow Neos was just an unlucky matchup, as Well, Rainbow Neos just hard counters all the strengths of Blue Eyes, whereas every other time it was just pure bad luck, just not drawing certain cards when I needed them. Especially last year when I didn't even draw any of my sided cards. Um, then got done in by that uh, confusing moment where Access Code Talker um, destroyed Blue Eyes Alternative, but for some reason it didn't prompt Blue Eyes Jet Dragon's effect to go off. Like, I still don't understand why it didn't go off at that moment. Um, because surely it can't possibly be anything to do with access code talker. Like, I know you can't chain anything in response to any of access code talker's effects, but the effect already happened. So I would love to know what was going on there. But then again, it wouldn't have mattered because with the Cyberse deck, Monster Reborn was in hand, so something could have been revived and it would have still been game. So hopefully, this time, touch wood, Blue Eyes can actually win the title. I think it's about that time. It deserves it more than any other deck in the competition. So let's make it happen. I mean, and if it does go up against Cybers again or any of the other former champions, I'm quite tempted to just uh, throw those duels and make it so Blue Eyes goes through. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want to rig the results to make Blue Eyes win, but I think to be fair, like Dark Magician, Raid Raptors, Noble Knights, Elemental Heroes, Rainbow Neos, and Cyberse have all had their turn at being the Grand Champion, so it's only fair to let someone else have a go. Um, Plus, like I keep saying, I always like to have a different champion, like every series, just to keep things fresh and interesting. Otherwise, it would just be boring if the same deck won over and over again. Um, and I've laid it out in a way that Express Gaming recommended. I've dropped Shining Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Polymerization, and Blue Eyes Abyss, and tried doing things his way just for this competition. So it should work, hopefully, maybe. Um, and yeah, let's see how that goes. Seed number 3, last year's bronze medalist, Dark Magician. I mean, what can we really say about Dark Magician that we haven't said already? Has changed a bit. I've put Solemn Strike back in the deck. Was Imperm. I'm just not sure was that helpful. Um, or maybe I'm just using it wrong. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's just cool to see that Dark Magician now has had every single ranking in the top 5. Obviously, there were no seeds in Series 1, but yeah, in Series 2 and 4, he was seeded number 1. In Series 3, he was seeded 4th. And in Series 5 and 6, he was seeded 2nd. Last time he was seeded 5. Now he's seeded 3. Um, I don't think he can go any lower than 5, let's be honest, considering its record. Um, I'm hoping to at least still get Dark Magician into the quarterfinals. Like, anything less will be disappointing. Um, Other than that, not bothered how far my signature deck gets. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Seed number 4, Destiny Heroes. One of the best decks I have that has never won anything. Um, Shame, really, as it's a good deck. It's one of my best hero decks, but it's just a shame that it never won anything other than a Royal Rumble. Closest it came to winning anything was the Hero Grand Championship in 2021. Um, so let's see how far it'll get this time. But with two copies of DPE, it won't be easy. Seed number 5, Rainbow Neos, the winner of Series 6. Now, with the honour of being a former champion, um, now armed with Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. Don't know when we're going to get that in the TCG. And upgraded with the support from Power of the Elements. Um, this side deck is just something I threw together just because um, it, well, all of these side decks really are just here basically to counter Destiny Heroes, Raid Raptors, Noble Knights, and Cybers more than anything. Because I feel like they're going to be the biggest threats um, in the competition. Um, yeah, let's see how Rainbow Neos does this time. Seed number 6, Lackluster Soldier. Probably my best ritual deck, if not one of the best. Um, Shame. It does usually get better with every year going up in the ranks. Then it dropped in ranks after losing to Cybers in the quarterfinals. Like, kind of surprised that this didn't finish second, to be honest, purely because it defeated my fish deck last year. And normally, what happens is the deck who beats my fish deck becomes the eventual runner up. Except in the case of Rainbow Neos, like the fishy curse just didn't seem to have any effect on Rainbow Neos. Although, to be fair, Lackluster Soldier did still lose to the eventual champion. Maybe it'll have better luck this time. Should do. I mean, this deck only twice failed to reach the quarterfinals, so it's possible. Seed number 7. Where is it? Utopia. Seeded before, but not as high as it is now. Finally reaching the quarterfinals. Last time, only to get unlucky against Destiny Heroes. Feel like I should have worked on the extra deck a bit because I do finally have a Draco Futurant Utopia Prime. A bit late now, I guess. Um, uh, like with the amount of support Utopia got last year, it just made the deck so much better, and it helped it get as far as it did last time. Let's see how far it gets this time. Seed number 8. Nordic Beasts, the dark horse of last year. Only Blue Eyes barely stopped them last time. Um, yeah, this card is a problem and has kind of made me go off them a little bit, but I'm still including Nordic Beasts anyway, and a bunch of other decks that I originally wasn't going to enter. You know, Destiny Heroes, Galaxy Photons, Destiny and Dragoon, Divine Neos, because I was just getting bored of playing. But since this is the year of my 20th anniversary, since I got into the game, I felt I should just include them and some other big names in this contest. Um, Oh, you know how I said last year that Nordic Beasts were a newcomer to the competition? Well, turns out I was wrong. I found a piece of paper with the Series 4 lineup, and apparently Nordic Beasts were in Series 4. They just didn't get very far. I just completely forgot about it. Um, yeah, I wonder how far they'll get this time. Seed number 9, Elemental Heroes, the Series 5 champion, back and improved. Um, oh, again, with the support from Power of the Elements. A shame, really, that Elemental Heroes crashed out quite early on in the competition, losing against Cybers, as I said earlier. But maybe they can get back on top. Um, we'll see. But again, I'm not fussed how far they do this year. I just want to have some fun with them. Seed number 10, Magnet Warriors. This deck, I swear, just keeps coming on and off. What do you call it? The seeding list. And yeah, I do know that there's a random Guzzle match and Solemn Wishes in there, but that was um, just to do a challenge against something. It's a long story. Um, I probably won't use them, to be honest. Um, I'm curious as to how well Magnet Warriors will do this time, as I find that in the odd numbered series that I do, it crashes out in the first round or something like that, whereas in the odd numbered series, it always seems to do well. I mean, look at Series 3. It dethroned Raid Raptors and made the semi finals and put up a great fight against Dark Magician in the Heat final last year. Um, so yeah, they're not to be underestimated, definitely. Seat number 11, Galaxy Photon. They're back and it armed with the support from Photon Hypernova. Yes, this is how I'm playing the deck. Obviously, don't have it in real life anymore, but still got it online, and yeah, the new support is just great. Maybe they'll get far this time. Like I keep saying, Galaxy's only made the quarterfinals once, all the way back in Series 1, but hasn't been lucky ever since. So maybe things will pick up this time. Seed number 12, Stardust Junk, quarterfinalist in Series 6, Heat finalist last time. Um, yes, so it's back and it's running Jet Synchron this time around. It didn't have the pleasure of playing it in the last two series, so maybe with the addition of Jet Synchron, Stardust Junk could go far. Who knows? Seed number 13, Evil Heroes. One of the best decks I have, but never made it to the quarterfinals. Shame, really, because it can get there, but has just been unfortunate in the past. Like Noble Knights and Utopia just had ways to counter Malicious Bane, whereas against Destiny and Dragoon in the Heat final of Series 5, it was just basically down to bad luck. I mean, it could have and should have won against Destiny and Dragoon, but um, well, like I said, that was down to bad luck. So yeah, their seeding is quite fitting. Seed number 14 for the second time in a row. Speedroids. Um, Another of the best decks I have that never made it to the quarterfinals. This is twice a Heat finalist, although it did take a couple of other good decks to beat her. Blue Eyes and Destiny Heroes. Um, Maybe they'll do better this time. We shall see. Seed number 50, Supreme Kings. Also one of the best uh, decks I have that never made it to the quarterfinals, and just like Speedroids, twice a heat finalist, only Rainbow Neos and Blackluster Soldier were able to stop them last time around. So we shall see how far they get this time. And finally, seed number 60, Little City. Now, the former anti-meta deck uh, did quite well for its first outing in the main competition last year. Again, another Blue Eyes victim. Oh, what I said again. Yeah, it's back and looking to do better. So there we are. Those are the 16 seeds. That's how the competition is going to be. So, the time for talk is over. Let Series 8 begin!
Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.